Hi there, everyone. Welcome back. I'm here in the studio with Patrick Eustace from Cisco. Patrick, welcome.
Thank you very much. Hi, Sarah. Fantastic to be here.
Yes, it's always a pleasure. Now, tell us about, we're going to talk about Cisco.
That's right.
Tell us about what Cisco and Microsoft are showing at Ignite this year, because there's a lot going on, right?
There's a lot, yeah. So first of all, I think we've always had a strong partnership with Microsoft over the years. So I'm coming from a collaboration device perspective where I lead up a number of our go-to-market programs. On the show floor today, we're showing a cinematic experience in our meeting room. So I think we have the largest device presence at Ignite. 3 years ago at Ignite 2022, we announced a Microsoft Teams Rooms partnership with the Microsoft team. And since then, it's just gone from strength to strength partnership. From a Cisco perspective, we look at three different prongs of our strategy. So we look at digital resiliency, we look at AI-ready data centers, and we look at future-proof workplaces. So within future-proof workplaces is where our collaboration devices live, but we bring more than just a collaboration devices experience into that segment. We work with our colleagues in our networking team to ensure that we deliver AV over IP into the meeting room, which means that you get a simplified deployment, you get integrations to your network, and you can manage that at scale. So as you deploy these devices around the world, on Microsoft Teams Rooms, you can achieve just fantastic success in the room.
Awesome. Now, I think that you might have a video for us in a second, but...
Yeah, so
yes.
I think from this video that we'll see in a minute, you'll see the experience in the meeting room. So if you look at how we're building out all our different innovation models over the last number of years, we've brought different products into the room, like a Ceiling Mic Pro, like a Room Vision PTZ, Room Bar BYD. So we're always continuing to innovate, and we also look at how we segment the customer journey. So how do you plan your deployment? How do you plan and design your rooms? How do you manage your rooms at scale? And how do you ensure your users are adopting the products within their meetings and having just a phenomenal experience? So you'll see that from the video in a minute, that experience that we have on the show floor.
Okay, we ready to roll the video?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
In a big crowd, it's hard to follow the speaker. I'm here. No meeting room is the same, and one camera mode doesn't fit all scenarios. Or does it? We've come a long way from cinematic meetings, delivering a wide range of camera intelligence features and multi-camera rooms. For the first time, we're bringing the best of all experiences together with the brand new dynamic mode. In Room OS 26, the agentic director analyzes everything about the room, including size, shape, the number of people present, and how they're interacting. Since for many people in this room, you get a stream from the speaker and a separate stream showing the whole room.
Let's show what happens when there is dialogue in the room. You see everyone engaging without losing sight of the others.
And from the two less crowded rooms joining the call, we see individual frames from both rooms.
When more people join, the dynamic nature of this feature will adjust, and we double up to 2 streams, making sure you don't miss a thing. We have multiple cameras in this room, so the agentic director automatically chooses the best viewpoint.
Do you think it'll capture me at the top of this ladder? Yes, it did. Let's take a look at how it captures the next active participant.
Exactly. With motorized pan, tilt and zoom, we get excellent image quality, even in larger rooms.
The new default camera mode takes the workload off IT admins whilst optimizing the best experience for meeting participants. No buttons to push, you'll always get the best view in any meeting at any moment.
Wow. Look, we're back to just one screen now with the two of us. Look at that. We're back to one screen because there's only two of us in the room. But what does this mean for, very impressive video, but what does this mean for Cisco customers and Microsoft?
So first of all, as you've seen from the video, we want to make sure that no matter where you sit in the world, no matter what platform you're on, you will have a great experience. So I'm based in Ireland. I talk to folks all around the world, but I physically feel like I'm in the meeting with those people. I see face-on views, noise removed from the background, just a phenomenal experience. So for our Microsoft Teams customers, our joint customers, we're able to bring a collaboration device experience to those meetings. On all our devices, we still run our own Room OS operating system, which our team have been developing for many, many years. So we're able to bring an AI agentic director into Microsoft Teams Rooms, work in parallel with our colleagues and friends in Microsoft to ensure that we elevate the experience for all users.
It's pretty cool. And as someone who also lives a long way away and works with many people all over the world, I know that feeling, so I appreciate that. So what are you seeing happening in the market at the moment? So how should customers take advantage of what AI can bring to this collaboration piece?
Yeah, so it was somewhat surprising over the last couple of days where I think more and more customers are talking about a return to office policy within their organizations. We often talk about in Cisco, not necessarily creating a mandate, but make the office a magnet. Make it so that you want to travel to the office to meet your colleagues, ensure that you'll have a working space that allows collaboration to thrive. So we look at the kind of the penetration metrics that we see from devices within rooms, and it tends to be sometimes around 20-25%. But personally, I don't want to walk into a meeting room without a video device because I'll always collaborate with folks around the world. So I think customers need to think about elevating the employee experience across all meeting rooms. And that kind of goes through to our partnership with Microsoft again, ensuring that if you join a Teams room with our Cisco collaboration devices, you'll just have that great experience at all times.
Yeah, it's because it's not fun when your meeting room doesn't work properly, right? Or
I've heard that a few times from customers. Come to Cisco and you'll have a greater experience.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, is there anyone who's tuning in, has anyone never experienced a meeting room not working? I think we all have at some point, right? So, of course, it's announcement week for Microsoft, of course, but can you tell me what's happening with Cisco? What are your most recent announcements that folks, if they haven't heard about, should know about? Yeah,
so over the last number of months, we've continued to innovate. So just a few months ago, we launched our Room Vision PTZ camera. This is a camera that will, again, empower the meeting room, deliver with one cable AV over IP experience, so the entire room can be deployed with a single cable for networking, switching, power. It just simplifies the deployment from a kind of design perspective. And then a few weeks ago, we talked to our Microsoft colleagues and announced our Microsoft MDAP support, so Microsoft Device Ecosystem Platform, and just reaffirms the commitment and partnership that we have with the Microsoft team going into calendar year 26 and beyond. So lots happening.
Isn't that always the way? So anything, I'll ask you, what is it that you have as you said, you have a booth downstairs, and it's a very impressive meeting room. Of course, folks tuning in may not have had the opportunity to see that, but tell me, what is it in there that's really exciting that people should know about?
So we're at booth 5259. So we've delivered the cinematic meeting experience that we just spoke about in that video.
Yeah.
How do you experience that for real? So in that room, we have up to 7 cameras tracking the individuals as they walk around the room. We actually recorded a video from that room yesterday morning where we had lots of background noise from the show floor. Our microphones are able to strip out that noise and ensure that the video, the audio is just coming from the people in the room. So having a fantastic experience. On the booth as well, we're also showcasing Workspace Designer. So this is a phenomenal tool, publicly available to all our customers or any new customers, where we can design the room for them within a matter of minutes. So I had a number of customers come to me yesterday. I want to design a 40-person boardroom for my new building. That would normally take up to a couple of days, even a week or so to design. We had it done in 5 minutes. And we were to say, here are the devices, here are the products, here's the experience that you will have in that room. And you can take that to your partner to implement and bring it forward as quickly as possible. It's all about simplifying the room, getting into the room, designing it as quickly as possible, and getting into 90 to 100% of meeting rooms. Bring video pervasive across the organization so that you've an elevated experience for your end users.
That's pretty exciting. So if folks who are tuning in, where would you say, if they were interested in discovering more or maybe getting started, where would you tell them to go? What should they do?
So I think this story, to see this like AI agentic director for real, you have to come to an event. You have to kind of see this in the flesh.
It has to be seen to be believed?
A PowerPoint will only show so much, a video will only see, you have to really experience it. So we travel around the world, me and my team, my leadership team, and we meet customers where they're at. So we've had a number of events over the last number of weeks and into the coming months. So we talk about a future-proof workplace event. So we'll talk about our collaboration devices, we'll talk about how we design the room, we talk about how we implement the room and manage the room at scale for all our organizations. And how do we reduce cost and give that time and effort back to the organization to double down on the employee experience again. So as you'll see on the slide, we have a number of events that have happened over the last number of weeks and a number of events coming up into January. We'll be at ISE and a number of events in the new year, which are some of our largest events globally. And then going forward, you'll see this the QR code on screen here, which points to a page that will be continuously updated with new events. So we'd love to spend some time with new customers.
I know. So I don't know if you're going to all of these, but it looks like based on all those dates, you're going to be pretty busy.
We'll be busy.
You're going to be pretty busy.
That's where we want to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for more information about Cisco, follow the link on your screen. And thank you, Patrick.
Thank you very much.